Hey guys, and welcome to my review of the Higurashi console arc, Kotohigushi. I feel like I'm saying it wrong for just saying it like that. But yeah, Kotohigushi! Um, by the way, if you're new to this channel and you're just checking out the review, the full read-through of Kotohigushi is on the channel in the console arc playlist, so you can find that if you want. But yeah, I felt like I should talk about it a little bit just because it felt so unique, honestly, compared to like other Higurashi arts in general. Um, there's a lot to it, and I think it was pretty good. Um, of course, now like it's not canon. It's people told me it's not canon. So did this really happen? Is this really Hanyu's backstory? I like to imagine it. Obviously, there are like loose ends. Like, there's nothing about Feathering, even though they clearly know each other or are related to each other, unless Feathering's a Ryuin, which wouldn't really make sense of like how she's that powerful or not mentioned at all. But um, and obviously there are some discrepancies in what we learned about Hanyu's origins in the main arcs compared to this one. She did not get Watanagashid, which honestly was good for my heart because I wouldn't want to watch Hanyu get Watanagashid for the sake of the village. Um, but yeah, there was discrepancies like that, so it was a little different, but very enjoyable. It's the first arc that really had this big like usually arcs, obviously in the main arcs, they're constricted to a period of time because it's part of the it's part of the game, part of how it's formatted. Well, this one went over like years. Like there's like literally like the start like 20 years ahead and then like 20 more years ahead. Like it was such a long period of time, which I thought was pretty cool. And there's like a lot of subquesting, like in like a weird reference, but like Fate Apocrypha. I felt kind of like that, where there's just like a lot of like isolated issues that kind of went with the plot, but they kind of just felt like a side quest. Like the Fuka robbery thing definitely felt like filler, but it also helped develop Mao and Shino and that whole relationship. So it wasn't wasteful, but it just had the filler feel. And like it's just like you start with like Ritu turning into the demon at one point. Like there's just like these like mini bosses. Because going into this, obviously having read the main Higurashi arc, you're like, okay, we know at the end Hanyu's daughter's going to kill Hanyu for the village. That's the end goal. And then there's just like all these like other big pillars of shit happening. And you're like, man, life's been rough. Which is also kind of like exaggerated by like the periods of time, right? Like it feels like really fast paced in this. Like everything just keeps hitting, and you're like, man, this sucks for them. But in reality, it's like over the period of like 60 years, maybe a bit more, a bit less. So it's not horror. It's still bad how all this shit happening to Anita Fuchi, but yeah, those are like some complaints in a way. Like it's not really complaints, but just some things I've noticed. But loved Hanyu in this, or her full name, which I can't even remember because it's been so long since they called her that. I thought just her, how different she is compared to the original arcs was like really fun, and how you can see why Hanyu's like that in the original arcs. Like all her mannerisms was being taught by Riku. Like that's why she's super polite with the Desus and stuff. The fact that she always wears the Miko shrine outfit isn't just because she's the god of Hinamizawa. It's because her late husband had a Miko fetish, so she kind of rocked with it. Also, was part of her disguise, but I thought that was really funny. Um, um, you had the whole Ryowo like subplot too happening, which you can also add to the side question sort of thing. But that was really sweet. The whole like mother's love, mother's sacrifice thing going throughout the story. From Ryowo to Hanyu to Oka, and then even in a way Oka to Fuka when there's the hostage situation. that was cool. You know, I had that crazy theory that Rio was gonna turn into Feathering. She didn't. She just died. So unless you know, clip this for like 10 years in the future where Ryutishi's like, yeah, that's how Feathering was created. That would be sick. Um, Riku was an awesome character. He very much Irie vibes. But instead of maid focus, Miko focus. A lot of comedic moments, but a lot of like really emotional moments. Like I was feeling pretty sad throughout. Obviously the Riku possession where Hanyu had to kill Riku was really depressing. And then, you know, it wraps back to the finale where Oka had to kill Hanyu, who was berserking because, you know, the village attacked Oka and she thought Shino died and they beat up Futa, which is still gets me riled up. So yeah, again, there's a lot of like, and I think it's well crafted in that respect, where there's a lot of like callbacks or wraps back together, where like, you know, you have these periods of time, and like they still connect plot wise, and like again the motherly love, the sacrifices they had to make. I think that was really cool. Obviously we have, you know, great side characters. Shino's character is really cool, from you know, from the loving friend to the more hardened leader after, you know, Oka and not Oka, Hanyu and Riku's sacrifice. I thought that was pretty cool. That was cool. The origins of the Sonozaki torture fetish, it was really cool. And of course you got Oka, who resembled well, literally, she was literally Rita as a kid. Like exactly the same sprite and mannerisms, but she was a very strong character. Like if you think of like selfless saint-like fucking Joan of Arc like character, I feel like it's really like Rita. I feel like Joan of Arc, not Rita, I mean Oka. Like I feel like Oka can definitely be like a Joan of Arc figure. She's so selfless. She still was willing to, you know, put the blame on herself and forgive the village after they fucking tied her up, ransacked her place, killed her husband. He didn't die. They just thought they killed him, and beat the shit out of Fuka is crazy. Honestly, like when Hani went berserk, I'm like, yeah, fuck these guys. And then she started killing like everyone. Then I'm like, okay, maybe don't fuck those guys. Just fuck the guys who are bad. Oh man. But yeah, and the fight scene between Oka and Hanyu has to be like one of the top in Higurashi. I know it's kind of weird talking about fight scenes in Higurashi, but there's some really good ones. Again, from the concerts. I forgot what the art's called, I'm sorry. In the Natsumi trilogy, Natsumi versus Chika? I'm forgetting her name. What a shame. Let me look it up real fast, because it's a good example. By the way, if you haven't subbed, consider subbing. We're on the long run, baby. Higurashi for life. Where's... I'm lost. Bam, 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 bam. Enjoy this... The wonderful music of Higurashi. Where the fuck are my consorts? Whatever, you know who I'm talking about. Natsumi's best friend. I thought that fight was fantastic. It was definitely like... It was like the rooftop fight, which, you know, I know everyone loves the Keiichi versus Reno rooftop fight. I personally didn't like it that much. I thought it was way too long. It kind of dragged a little bit. I thought the Natsumi versus... I'm just trying to call her... Chika. It's not, her name's not Chika, it's Chia. It's not Chia. That's the fucking teacher. But whatever. I thought that fight was like a better rooftop fight because it played out almost the same way. What else we got? But yeah, I think the Oka vs Hanyu fight was really good. I wish they kind of didn't keep flashing back and forth between what Mao was doing, but that fight was really, really good. Oh man, and just in general, just seeing Hanyu just like even the Hanyu versus Riku demon fight was crazy. Like, big props to this. Probably some of the best fights, you know. Akasaka versus Okanodi is also a classic, of course. Akasaka versus everyone, fucking karate master. Mion versus Okanodi was great. Lots of good stuff, but yeah, Higurashi, you know, you don't really think of it as as a a fighting visual novel, but they have some good fights, man. Don't underestimate the Higurashi console art stuff, man, or just the fight scenes. It can be really good. What else do I have to say about it? I don't know. It was just like such a strong. Her name's Chisato, by the way. Sorry, I was still looking. Once I got my mind wrapped on something, I'm gonna feel uneasy about it until I confirm what it is. It just felt like such a different experience, and I think that's what I want from the console arts. You know, like going into the console arts, are they gonna be better than the main arcs? Obviously not, because they're side stories not written by Ryukishi. But you know, each of them have been like pretty fun in its own way, and I'm really glad that I decided to dive into them instead of just like going on to something else. Like they've been fun. I think they're definitely a good read for anyone interested with more Higurashi. They're not mandatory, but like specifically stuff like the Hanyu stuff. Like this arc, I feel like most people would really enjoy it. Also, just looking at the CGs again. We talked about the wraparound, and I think it is really cool. You know, you start off this arc with Hanyu in the flames holding her sword out, and you end this arc with a CG of Oka in flames holding her sword out. This time pointing it at Hanyu. I think that's again they really well crafted that, and I feel like that's really cool. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. If you have any specific questions about the arc, or you wanted me to explain more in something, you can always leave a comment, and I'll respond to that. But yeah, also let me know what you thought of this arc. Is this peak console arc? I don't know. I'm not done yet. I still have like three more console arcs, so I can't put my stamp on it yet. But maybe after I'm done all of them, I'll try to, you know, rank them from enjoyment, in my opinion. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I see you again in the future. Goodbye, friendos.